Oh, damn, it took a second for it to start this time. So,
Google is acting weird.
for all you Ultimate Warrior fans, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
We're going to mock your idol
Yeah,
relentlessly.
I mean, to be fair, I'm probably gonna play the nice guy, but, cause like, okay, Kayla, I'll say it. I have a slight
Talk
fondness for him. For one reason.
because he said crazy shit during interviews.
Well, it's related to that, but like I told you, it's no secret that like I wasn't a Hogan growing up. I was a Macho Man kid. I love Randy. He's my
Yeah.
favorite wrestler. So I have a fondness for you since he paired up with Macho Man a lot, and Warrior
You
had
know they
one of
hated each
Macho
other.
Man's best
You know
matches. Oh yeah,
they hated
yeah,
each
they
other.
hated. I know, but I'm just like, nostalgically, I have a little bit like crazy Ultimate Warrior at his epoch, at his height. I was never a Warrior fan, but I was like, you know what? Macho Man. I was a little kid. I was like 4 or 5,
Time
so
is
only what was on fucking TV. So I was like, Macho Man seems to like him, so he must be good people. Not like that shifty Hulk Hogan. So I have a slight, but at the same time, like Warrior is kind of a not kinda. He is a despicable fucking person.
yeah, he
Like,
is.
let's
Like Warrior's an asshole. He is a despicable piece of shit. He's a fucking bigot. He's a homophobe. Not to mention that he tries to Not to mention that he basically tried to blackmail Vince at the time after getting the championship title. But he also, when he went to WCW, he couldn't even be bothered to stick to the contractual agreement they made when it came to his dialogue. He just did whatever the fuck he wanted to and basically told everyone else they could fuck off and take it.
and he played a minor role in the eventual crippling and eventual death of Davey Boy Smith because of that stupid fucking trap door in WCW.
Like, he was a scumbag. The people who still worship the one or two people who even like him are probably as bigoted as he is.
Yeah, I've barely like. Okay, Spoonie did a tribute to Warrior, and his is he's the only person I've seen who've even touched upon like the horrible shit he said, and Spoonie kind of glossed over it because Spoonie was like, "Look and see, this guy's dead." You know, I'm not that kind of person. It's like we
I
are.
don't even kind of believe Spoonie isn't that type of person.
Well, he might just be a fucking Warrior fan, so who knows? But yeah, Spoonie's taking the high road here. We're not. Here,
Nope.
the D in D-bag stands for despicable and degenerate,
And everything that makes us so awesome.
disgusting, deplorable.
We are the total D-backs.
So yeah, fucking we're kind of stalling right now because Liam wanted to join us for this. Because Liam was creaming his pants this morning when he was like, "Oh my god, the Warrior's dead."
Because he wants to be a part of the magic.
Who doesn't? I actually do have Skype open because the video we're going to be watching today, the link's in the below bar, because there's no copyright issue with this video because this video was made on Ultimate Warrior's YouTube channel. Yes, Ultimate Warrior had a YouTube channel at one point.
Yep, and I downloaded that shit too.
Oh.
The best part about this whole thing is that they no longer have to go ahead. That WCW no longer has to pull the old Ultimate Warrior collection since he's dead now.
Well, see, I will say this, and this is I disagree with Coughlin because like Coughlin doesn't think they'll do something like when Owen Hart or Benoit. I kind of think they will, just because of like if you look at the fucking timeline of the last weekend, it's almost like something ripped from a really shitty made for Lifetime movie. He buries the hatchet with all the fucking people he's held grudges with for almost 20 years now. He gets inducted. He has this nice moment. The next night he's on WrestleMania, which was, well, I mean, you know, him being on WrestleMania wasn't, but the show was fucking awesome, so that a little bit of that rubs off on fucking him. And then fucking he was on Raw, and, you know, he was a little more fucking crazier on Raw. And by the way, folks, I want to point this out.
Yeah.
Reason Warrior didn't run down to the ring on Raw.
Because he was dying. The
Yes.
specter of death was kicking his ass.
We watched on Raw. For everybody who watched Raw this week, you watched a diamond. There's Liam.
You watched Grandpa Warrior in the throes of death.
Warrior fans,
I will say this.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Too late. I already did that.
Yeah, he did.
Well, fuck you, Matt. I did it better.
True, Liam did do it better. Regardless, Warrior's dead. Ah ha 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 ha. Your god and idol is dead. Ha ha ha.
By the way, Liam, here.
And you know what? The only thing he'll be known as is that crazy, like, homophobe who said queering doesn't make the world go round.
Now, I will just say this.
Know him as.
So fucking the Ultimate Warrior fans can't jump on us for this in the comments. He did take back some of the shit he said on his motivational speaker tours, saying that he was trying to be edgy and funny. And it's like, well, you still said it.
No, I think he'll also be remembered for his theme.
I think he'll be known for
the... Basically that for like 3 minutes. Probably the worst theme there's ever been in wrestling.
To be fair, that theme was going through my head all day long.
I'm back. Anyway.
Just do.
Warriors, dead, warriors,
Warriors. D-bags in stereo.
That should be the new theme for this show.
It should be.
Fuck yeah, Jesus, this is better.
It is. Fucking. Also, so right now, I will say, don't know what exactly killed him. He had, from the police report, a massive medical issue.
You know what?
Which I'm reading. I'm sorry, Ken, let's go ahead.
He died of a broken heart because he didn't get to lynch Darren Young.
That was the fun day, was reading Darren Young's tweets about this shit. It's like, Warrior hated you. He didn't even know you and he hated you. Like, did you ever see any of the shit he said about gay people? He hated you.
He wanted your existence scrubbed from reality, bro.
Yeah, fuck it. You know. Oh, hey, I have something. I have something to add to the list of things that Quirin doesn't make work. Warrior's heart. Swim, walk.
Again, Matt, I can never find that. You gotta fucking help me find that. I cannot find anyone doing a swim. Like, I don't even know if it's called swim walk. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've seen it called swim walk, walk. Yeah, Lamortis. It is like He did have like the fucking storybook ending. It's like something from the fucking wrestler. I bet Hulk Hogan is really fucking mad right now. He's like, why couldn't I have been the Warrior? Why couldn't I have died after I went into Hall of Fame, brother? That would have been a better death than the living death I live now, brother.
Brother, my breasts are larger than my girlfriend's breast. I'm so sad, brother. Please make the pain stop. Yeah, there we go. Excellent.
Sorry,
Please
I had
make
to
the
let
pain
Ginger
stop, brother.
in the room. But yeah, I was telling Kaylin earlier though, Liam, I kind of, sort of, semi have a soft spot for Warrior. Because, growing up I was a Macho Man kid, so I did like the Ultimate Maniacs. Just because it's like, oh boy, it's Macho Man and this equally crazy fucker. He might even be more fucking crazy than Macho Man. And Macho Man had Warrior's one good match with him. Cause I don't fucking care what anybody fucking says. Warrior versus Hogan, except for the fucking ending of it, that's a fucking garbage fucking match. And the ending's kind of fucking shit too.
He had like one good match against Rick Rude.
Alright, so 2. It's got 2.
Yeah, I am flipping out lately. I am hearing shit like crazy.
Paul is a dead man. Kill him. Kill him. Paul, dead man. Kill him.
Who the hell is Paul?
I don't remember. That was like I think that's from like one of the Son of Sam movies, where like the dog is just talking. It's like the master desires blood. Paul is a dead man. Kill him. Kill him.
Who the hell is Paul?
Who knows? This like fucking the Son of Sam killer wasn't. He wasn't the brightest of guys. I was like, we'll just say this because, we're not completely all those monsters. Yeah, we do feel bad for the fucking Warrior's wife and children.
I don't. I hope they join him.
Nice job there, LJ. It's just, that's exactly like fucking, like, I killed him and I'd kill him again!
I hope they're probably contaminated.
I hope burning in hell!
They're probably contaminated too.
Oh yeah, by the way, if Cobra Jones watches this later, I'm just going to remind him he was wrong when he said right now if Warrior is in hell is having their first pay-per-view with War versus fucking
Benoit.
Versus Benoit, and I was like, nah, the first fucking pay-per-view in hell was Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit, because as we all know, because Randy Orton said so, Eddie is in hell.
Randy Orton said Eddie Guerrero is in hell?
Yeah, you don't remember that? I still think that's a reason why a lot of people fucking just hate Randy's guts.
Oh,
I still maintain that what's his face is probably in hell. Test is probably in hell as well for crimes against wrestling.
We should totally do that for a video one day. So like try to figure out which.
Test died with a needle in his arm and a broken heart.
And it was found 3 days later because nobody fucking cared.
He was like, it's weird. He never came out of his house.
Yeah, it's like he didn't fucking come out of his house to collect his bills and softly curse God like he usually fucking does. We thought he was just drunk. Nah, he was dead, partially mummified. That's fun.
So, tell me more about how I should kill Paul, Matt.
Well, we should talk about Warrior and how he died. Like, just how fucked up is that? Just like, seriously, last night I was about to go to bed and I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna check Twitter. And like, seriously, right as I check Twitter, right as I refresh it, the first fucking tweet I see is Triple H saying Ultimate Warrior's dead.
It's like a surprise.
Yeah, I was just like, wait, fucking, how? How did he? Yeah, it's just crazy.
It's kind of like a little surprise get, Like, oh, Ultimate Warrior's dead. Holy shit, Christmas has come early.
It's funny. Like, I loved it in Jake the Snake's speech when he was talking about how he would. No, it was on fucking the Ross Report, Jim Ross's podcast, which everybody should listen to. Fucking, it's great. He had Jake the Snake on there, and Jake the Snake was talking about how every time he read that a wrestler died, he always cursed God because he's like, why am I not good enough? I'm not good enough. Kill me.
Why won't you let me die? Why does he get to die? Because
Nick Holster's got a bit of that. And by the way, folks, we're talking a lot about Hogan in this. Well, you'll see when we get to the video chosen.
It's fun. Matt, did you link the video in the description of this?
Yeah, Liam. Yeah, it's in the description because, like I said earlier, there's no copyright issue with this because this video comes from Ultimate Warrior's YouTube channel when he had a YouTube channel. Yeah, Ultimate Warrior had a YouTube channel at one point.
Yeah, it was terrible, but it existed. Matt, yeah, I guess that works. I was gonna tell you to put a little title and name and shit to the video so people will know, but that works.
I'll be honest, the only reason there's two reasons I kind of feel sad. Like, yeah, the family and shit, because it's like, you can't pick who your family is and all that. And two, it is just fucking circumstances behind it. It's just so fucked up. It's like, wow, he must have really fucking knew he was about to fucking die or something. Because, he made fucking peace with all the people he fucking hated. Except for the people who were fucking dead. Macho Man.
No, he didn't. He repeatedly took shots at people. No, he didn't. He repeatedly took shots at people. Hell, he shit on fucking DDP because DDP does yoga and he's nice.
Well, I'm talking about Vince and Hogan.
He didn't even make peace with Vince because Vince didn't even bother to fucking indict. Dude, why didn't Vince or someone else induct him? Why did fucking Linda McMahon, of all people, induct the Ultimate Warrior?
Well, we know why, because Vince told Linda, look, if you don't become a senator, you have to induct all. That's how I'm gonna pour all this into your fucking campaign.
Yeah, that's totally an endorse. That's the total support for the Ultimate Warrior right there. If you don't win, you have to induct the psychopath. Yeah, that says a whole lot of positive stuff there, Matt.
Crush is also in hell. Because he was part of Chronic.
Wait, you didn't like Chronic? Well,
shut up, Calent, you bloody silly WCW viewer.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, let's quickly.
I'd rather watch the Brooklyn Brawler.
You know what? No, this bullshit ends now, motherfucker. You watch WCW too. You know just as much as I do about that shitty company as I do. Fuck it. Yes,
yeah, I never watched it.
You know who fucking Chronic is? No one knows who Chronic is.
I only know who they are because they were part of the Invasion for about a minute, and then WWF were like, hang on, these guys suck. Let's never let them work again.
Really? So, okay, you know what?
They were. They had that terrible tag team cage match.
They were, yeah, they were.
Unforgiven.
They were.
And it was awful.
They were not. Basically, they were a knockoff of the Acolytes. They were just really big and really powerful. They weren't even particularly good.
And that's the thing.
You know who
wasn't terrible.
You know who was a DCW fan? I found this out today. Daniel Bryan.
He wasn't a WCW fan? Really?
No, he was a WCW fan.
Yeah, like,
So that's how I got big in the wrestling, was because he would watch the lightweights like Eddie and Dean Malenko and shit.
the thing about WCW is,
No,
like,
Matt, we know what happened. Daniel Bryan watched WCW and thought, I cannot let wrestling continue like this crap. I
okay,
have to get into wrestling to make it good again.
I like
I am not a
8-year-old Dave.
for one thing I would like to say is I am not a WCW fan. I started with WCW because that just
Yeah,
happened to be the one that I started with.
you're more like a WCW victim.
Like, oh my god. Do you believe that Scott Steiner led the crowd, the WCW crowd, in a Buff Bagwell is a faggot chant? That's my memories of WCW.
I don't want to believe that Scott Steiner exists. I'm hoping it's just a really bad dream that we all keep having.
Alright.
I should have
So,
Wait, no, I should send Liam the video where Scott Steiner goes insane because they call the Frankensteiner a Hurricane Rana, even though it's an avalanche Frankensteiner, but Scott Steiner's like, no, it's a Frankensteiner, not a Hurricane Rana. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, but Callance has one problem with that.
Yes.
I'd have to watch Scott Steiner do something.
about the Scott Steiner, we agree to compromise and we call it what it really is. Shit.
You didn't like the Hurricane Rana?
I don't like anything Scott Steiner has done, will do, is doing, thinks about doing, was supposed to do, but they realised he wasn't good enough, so didn't let him do.
Wait, you know who Vampiro is? How have you not seen the WCW?
Callance, shit wrestlers get a reputation for being shit.
Fair enough.
That's how I learned about Vampiro.
Fair enough, fair enough.
And also,
Yeah,
he's Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Not that I watch that either, but...
I was about to say, like, how the fuck do you know about Juggalo Championship Wrestling?
He did a his Vampiro's move was a sit-down
Also-
powerbomb.
I thought of something here, though, folks. I do have to give Ultimate Warrior one bit of credit about something, okay? And Kalins and Liam, I think you guys will agree with me at least on this one. At the very least, at the end of the day, we can at least say Ultimate Warrior didn't have to prostitute himself out to fucking TNA like a lot of the other older guys did.
I'm actually surprised he wasn't in TNA.
I am too.
TNA paid a lot of TNA paid a lot of those wrestlers like really good money.
And Warrior wrestled up until 09. So
I wonder how much money Scott Steiner got for for yelling at the crowd and calling everyone a redneck and a faggot on TNA. Probably like a lot of fucking money.
but but like let's say Ultimate Warrior, at least he has that one little toe hair up over fucking like Hogan and Sting and Steiner.
And Mick Foley.
No, that was you know what? Darth's not here. No, this is recorded, so no, it was Fick Moley.
What's up, Liam?
Warrior, after he left WCW in 1998, he only actually wrestled like one more match, and that was in Italy against Orlando Jordan. Probably because he realised that Orlando Jordan.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. That is a weird fucking match.
We saw that too.
Yeah, we watched it. Like, cause he's
the crowd really liked Orlando Jordan, and they didn't really seem to care for Ultimate Warrior. It was weird.
Yeah, so like, think about that, folks. Like, in the last match Ultimate Warrior ever wrestled, Orlando Jones got better pops.
Orlando Jordan. Not Orlando Jones.
How long was the Ultimate Warrior in the WCW then? Like, I don't even remember.
Matches.
So he was only in there for 2 matches then?
Yeah, pretty much. But he did, I think he did like 4 shows.
How much did they pay him then?
Too much.
Because if they paid Bret Hart around during during that time around, what, $3 million? They must have paid Ultimate Warrior like some serious fucking cash.
I'll be honest, Ultimate Warrior should have been paid like a lot of the guys in ECW were paid, just with Paul Heyman being like, "Yeah, the check's in the mail."
What if he joined What if he had joined the NWO?
Oh, he did it. He was there because they were. See, that's one of the reasons the NWO lasted long, because they were actually bringing a warrior to start his own faction, One Warrior Nation. Get it? OWN. Genius.
Yeah, which is funny because they already had him converting like people into warrior zombies anyway, right? They would just disappear through the trapdoor and then come up as like warriors and shit.
Or like Davey Boy Smith, they would break their fucking back and become a pill addict and then die.
You're still sore about that, aren't you?
Well, yeah, kinda, because we had to deal with fucking Davey Boy Smith after that when he came back to WWE, and it was horrible and embarrassing.
It was pretty horrible, embarrassing when he was in WCW. I don't think he had a single good match in WCW.
He was there when Shockmaster came out. He's falling on his arse.
I wanted to see Hogan burn his face off when he was in that match against Warrior, though, instead of just like a little flare up.
You know what I'm disappointed in? Like, okay, so New Orleans and like up to main event were shot in New Orleans, right? Yeah. Why the fuck didn't they bring in Papa Shango for just one fucking thing?
Isn't Papa Shango? Wasn't he played by the Good Father?
The Godfather.
I thought it was the Good Father.
It was for like a few months when he joined Right to Censor.
I see.
But he was also Kama Mustafa, the supreme fighting machine.
Yeah, they should have brought in Papa Shango to be like, oh man, think of how, you know what? Oh my god, I know how Ultimate Warrior died.
How did
Ultimate Warrior was in New Orleans. Papa Shango was in New Orleans. Papa Shango ended it. Yep, the curse came to fruition finally. After however many years. Okay, everybody, contact the New Orleans Police Department and tell them
Shango is on the loose. Papa Shango is on the loose. I should do that. Oh my god.
He could kill. How many more people will fall victim to bleeding green ooze from their heads and throwing up on the EMTs?
I would do that if calling the police weren't a crime for false report.
Oh yeah. Let's start the video. That's
the only thing that stops me from actually doing that.
Put out an APB on Charles Wright.
So okay, so everybody had 0 seconds. So we're watching. The Ultimate Warrior shoots on Hulk Hogan. This is basically an hour of Ultimate Warrior calling Hulk Hogan a sodomite, a drug user, all kinds of just great fucking Ultimate Warrior shit.
Alright, let's start this bitch then, Matt.
Alright, so is everybody ready at 0?
Yes.
Let's see, hold on.
So I'll do the countdown.
Yeah, right.
3. Oh, well, let me cut down my volume a little bit.
Will we ever start the video? No one knows.
Yes. So, okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. Dun 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 dun.
Warriors.
Warriors. That's the best thing ever. And here he is. Does he look like a sadder version of Bruce Willis?
I'm sure people who are familiar with the series will know what I'm talking about. But Matt, everyone else who's familiar, doesn't that little symbol, the warrior symbol on that paper in the back of him, you know, the one on the wall, doesn't it look like the fucking Kingdom Hearts symbol? Doesn't it look like the Kingdom Hearts symbol?
It does, but I can't concentrate on that. I just realized he's shooting on the set of Wayne's World. Party warrior, party on, Randy. Dead.
Much different one in
Not excellent.
maybe a better one, maybe not.
I don't even know what he's been saying thus far.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you notice the shitty fucking painting in the background there? Below that.
Here's my question. Like, why does he take so long to get to an actual point? Like, he doesn't. It's kind of like if somebody asked you, said, "I would like to order."
By the way, Caleb, if you want, thinking about it, you could pipe the sound through because we don't have to worry about fucking anything, really.
That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna pipe it through now.
And remarks and comments. And
Whoa,
Gary's not the only one that's doing
that's
it. If you've been coming around for a while to my website, my blog, you know that this has been of interest to me for a long, long time. Growing up and acting like a grown-up and stepping up to the next level of responsibility.
You mean by not dressing like an idiot and calling yourself warrior?
So I think that's the most important thing.
By the way, folks, yes, this is Ultimate Warrior, a man
video.
who fucking, like, just fucking remember all the shit Ultimate Warrior did over the years. This is a man who's like, Hulk Hogan hasn't grown up.
Who actually changed his name to Warrior. So,
continuing to mess it up in a really bad way.
God, he's such
I have been delightfully, that's a great word to use. I've been delightfully caught up in.
Oh my God, he does look like a
That must have been on his calendar for the day.
Delightfully!
Paying attention to wrestling, not having to involve myself.
Tomorrow, you know what his word of the day yesterday should have been defibrillator.
The life of Terry Bollea. I mean, I really.
He looks like a low-budget Bruce Willis. I agree.
How far down the hole his life was going.
You know, okay, let's cut it down just a smidge.
Okay.
It's like one little spot.
He has this obsession with Hulk Hogan that I don't understand, to be completely honest with you.
Wait,
He explains it in the video. That's the reason
well,
he
kinda.
makes the video.
Not really. I mean,
Not really. He just
like
this more. In this video, he talks more about how Hulk Hogan supposedly broke up Miss Elizabeth and Macho Man.
I mean, he doesn't really.
Than what Hogan did to fucking him.
I mean, and he said, I guess you could say, oh, it's because people said something nasty about him, but everyone says nasty things about Warrior because they hate him. Tell me if it's okay. So this isn't too low, Matt.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right.
It's like I was like, you know what? It's too loud. They probably can't hear what we're saying.
All right.
Terry has. He never had.
This is a good balance.
Mind to believe that people were fans of the other characters, other than Hulk Hogan.
But you don't believe people are fans of other characters either.
I wanted to say something for all these people that can't be heard. I mean, the truth is, I've been blessed to really learn some great things about life.
What, like you should always blackmail? Like you should always blackmail your boss and have weird comic books where you rape Santa Claus?
I'm using that as the image for this video.
That's perfect.
Have
you ever seen that, Lee?
I can't find it though. Like I've tried to track down the comic book, but I don't know where. I don't know how to get a hold of an actual copy of it. And I don't know if there is a fully digital copy of it. I mean, I imagine there is.
That's
because the fucking
You know, Terry.
That's like the government rounded them all up and burned them in the early 2000s.
I mean, there has to be someone who sells like an online copy. If I'm going to actually send this out, if anybody can get me a digital copy of The Ultimate Warrior, I will personally bring your ass on here so you can hang out with Matt and annoy Liam.
When you talk about Warrior, Ultimate Warrior,
why the hell do I have to suffer?
Presence,
because you're here. And you're part of the group anyway.
It's incredible how you and others do. It's like you think if you don't mention it or you belittle it in a really violent way, that history will be changed.
Belittle? How can you belittle something in a violent way? I'm confused by that.
It's just ridiculous.
Now the main thing, if I remember correctly, this was coming out. This shoot he did was around the same time the Ultimate Destruction, the Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior came out.
So this is his response to that?
Yeah, he did like a bunch of videos at the time, and like this was
what kind of backstabbing operator.
I don't think his YouTube channel's still around.
Do you think we can track down the other videos?
It's not a guess.
We might be able to, but this was the most famous of it because this is longest and just most hate-filled.
On the other hand, you have a long-running reputation for being a liar and a fraud and a phony.
A liar, a fraud.
I won't give.
It is still up.
Sorry.
His channel.
Thank you, Liam. Are the other videos on there? Or just this one?
And the proof of that is your actions over the years. I mean, all the mocking and ridiculing, beating up on the...
There's over 20 videos on it.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful. I love you, Liam. Can you drop a link in the Skype chat for us?
All that you do, all
or
the years
Google,
I've been
whatever.
away from the business to make it even less valuable. And you guys steal every chance you
Also, this was when Hulk Hogan went over to TNA as well, so...
Ultimate something. To tease the wrestling audience or pique their curiosity.
So wait...
It's all the way back to Renegade, which you denied for years.
I'm actually surprised he doesn't go after Vince or anyone else, really, in this video. It's mostly just Hogan.
$800 around. For people to
Yeah, well... He like announced that he was doing this one. Like, I'm doing a big video on fucking Terry.
Where he showed the shadowy imagery on the inside of the arena walls. The guy coincidentally happened to be the guy who played me in Steve Sting's movie. I remember talking to Bischoff in 1998 when I come in. He's all excited one day, jumping up and down on the phone like a kid with ants in his pants. Saying, Terry's out shooting a movie right now. It's titled The Ultimate Something. And he's got hair just like yours.
He's got hair just like... I like how people always paint Bischoff as like this giant mark.
You know, Terry, you get such a sick pleasure out of...
He's an idiot, I'll say that much. So.
Yeah.
Exposing other people.
But who was the bigger idiot, Russo or Bischoff? Or were they both equally stupid?
I think when I said I was going to do this video, that people...
Russo's just awful.
Russo's a moron.
I do.
Bischoff
I have
is
dirty laundry than everybody else.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Okay, so that's actually an interesting point. Did Hogan manipulate Bischoff, or was Bischoff just gullible and kind of, bought it, just went along with shit?
Just to have a little fun.
I think that's the same thing.
Well, for sure, actually.
Hogan can only really manipulate Bischoff if he was gullible.
Well, yeah, that's true, actually. Well, I guess what I meant to say was, did Hogan manipulate Bischoff, or was Bischoff, just did his own thing, and it just so happened to benefit Hogan?
That was a catchphrase of yours.
I'm guessing Hogan manipulated him. Like I said, Bischoff, unlike Bo, he doesn't seem to be like a completely despicable human being.
Do nothing but sit around.
No,
But fucking, doesn't seem like a smart guy or anything.
In the recent years.
I always thought, I know people always paint him as, this genius because he beat Vince at his own game or some shit. Because he used Ted Turner's money to buy Vince's talent.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. He didn't beat Vince at his own game. WCW went under. He lost.
Terry, the ones that are part of your gimmick.
That's like saying, oh, fuck, the Japanese sure did beat the Americans in their own game during Pearl Harbor.
Wait,
Wait. To have a prescription.
So, did Bischoff
bag you wear around your waist that you never
quit when Hogan quit?
So you can stay
Wait, listen to him talk about. This comes up my favorite thing. Like,
anybody gets into that thing now that I said that, they won't find anything. You'll find another place to stash your stuff.
he's talking about how Hogan always wore the fanny pack with his drugs in, and I don't know if we've missed it, but apparently Hulk Hogan's motto in the old days used to be, "A day without pot is like a day without sunshine." I'm like, you know what? Yep, I agree 100% there, Hulk Hogan.
That should be
A
like
day without pot is like a day without sunshine.
That should be the stoner's motto.
Sullivan was one of those guys. I mean,
It is. I'm putting that on my fucking tombstone when I die.
I mean, like, you drank it like kids drink Kool-Aid. You were never without it. You still do that? You still carry that around, Terry? Dirty laundry.
The thing is, if you watch the videos on his channel and then look at how he looked, you know, on Raw, you can clearly tell that he was ill.
Back, Terry?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had like. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like terminal or something.
Remember that, Terry?
It's like Christmas came.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's like he probably with everything, like all the time, it is just like too perfect.
You know what? It's
He
because
knew.
it's because of all the fucking coke he like shoved up his fucking nose and all of the fucking drugs he did. That shit's gonna fucking was going to kill him eventually.
But you hated confrontation. You always used to say, "I hold my enemies close, brother." You were so fearful of confrontation that you assisted other guys in keeping them junkies just so you could have control over them.
You know what though? Warrior makes a good point here because Hogan doesn't really like confrontation. He always basically sugars everything.
Yeah, Hogan.
What about the silly?
No, I was just saying, Hogan's a pussy.
Yeah, Hogan's always been a pussy, and he never likes to confront anybody to their face.
I mean, what about
If WWE made a version of the Wizard of Oz, Hulk Hogan would be the kind of lion.
I mean, you still wearing.
Let me tell you something, brother. I'm scared. I am.
Gimmick wearing the 50-cent sunglasses you buy down on Venice Beach by the dozen.
Those are some sick sunglasses.
I mean, I can only imagine how many extra millions it cost you in your divorce settlement when you walked into the divorce proceedings looking the fool that you did. I mean, were you not aware of what kind of idiot you look like? I mean, Linda's lawyer must have been pissing down his leg. And the judge, too. The court reporter, everybody involved in the thing, the press. I mean, was it worth it?
Let me tell you something, brother judge. This whore doesn't deserve a cent.
Oh yeah, it'd be hilarious if he dropped his leg on top of her lawyer too.
And how great would it be if Macho Man was his fucking attorney for some reason? He's like, oh yeah! And then 65, 7 days a week, this whore did nothing.
What you gonna do when Hulk Hogan runs over you?
By the way, here's a depressive fact for everybody. Everybody in the Ultimate Warrior Macho Man match at fucking WrestleMania, what was it, 6?
Yeah.
No, 7. No, what?
It was 7.
I can't remember.
It was 7.
Alright, what, 7? Yeah, everyone in that match, they're dead.
And there's some serious character flaws.
Everyone in that match is dead. Sensational Sherry's dead. Miss Elizabeth's dead. Macho Man's dead. The Warrior's dead.
Weren't they all heavy drug addicts too?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cartoon series could be made out of that.
I'm pretty sure they died in order of. Oh no, they didn't. They nearly died in order of talent, but Savage and Warrior got mixed up.
Warriors, I'm surprised Warrior was somehow clinging to life. Like, look at him. Even here, he looks like he's dying.
No, he looks pretty healthy in that one, and then for the next few, you can tell that he's still sort of on it in terms
Well, you
of
gotta
keeping
remember.
fit.
You have to remember though, he's 52 in this. He's the same age, and you have to compare him with like you know, 52 this year, Undertaker. So this is when Warrior was 52. Like he looks in the same shape as Undertaker did, which I'll be honest isn't good.
Undertaker looked like he was on fucking chemo.
Two things that don't go together.
So does Warrior here.
Not as much as he bloody did 3 days ago.
When he looked like Kevin Nash's father?
Go together. Like
Yeah.
peanut butter and jelly. I mean, there's no better combo. Everything you say and
Peanut
do
butter and jelly is pretty
negative.
fucking amazing.
Everything you involve yourself in turns out.
But it's also good peanut butter and jam.
It just falls apart. There's nothing.
Well, we
comes
don't
out of any of it.
we don't tend to mix them because we have good taste.
How does it
Ooh!
that out?
I know Liam didn't go there.
You only
Oh yeah, you know what? The British. I don't think that, if I remember correctly, a lot of British people don't like peanut butter.
ideas.
No, we like peanut butter, but we like it on its own.
Really?
Like a lot
On
of
toast.
British people I know don't like peanut butter.
Really though? You don't find it to be dry without jelly though?
No.
That's weird. Like that's one of the reasons why we like jelly to go with peanut butter.
Like
Because
Well, if we find it dry, we just have it with butter.
peanut butter and butter. Really?
Or just
You don't like peanut butter and chocolate?
on this side of your mouth is negativity.
That's
Like a Reese's
all
cup?
right. I don't like Reese's cups. I like the outrageous bars. They're amazing.
Do you like Musketeer bars? Like
We
I like
don't.
how we don't even
Both sides of your mouth
you don't even
about
have them?
Ultimate Warrior.
to the max. I mean, it's
Well,
unbelievable.
it's Three Musketeers.
Unbelievable. What's even more
Yeah, we
unbelievable
don't
is
have
your
them.
denial of it. That you're not. It's like you're not even aware of it. Like if you won't acknowledge that you're aware of it, it will. Everybody's judgment of it, seeing it for what it really is, will just go away. Life doesn't work that way.
Bro, Liam, is Warrior's mask shit supposed to look like a bird, or is that by accident?
I think it's by accident because of the way the human face is shaped.
I want to address that comment. I want to wrap this thing up.
You want to wrap this thing up? This is like almost an hour long, you rambling psychopath.
Yeah, by the way, he wants to wrap it up. 40 minutes left in the video.
I can't believe it ever.
This is worse than some of my videos. Like, I'm gonna wrap this up, folks. Oh wait, I just thought of something else I want to talk about.
That picture of him in the directly behind him is fucking terrifying.
Doesn't that look like something a Mendham would paint?
Oh my god, it looks like a Mendham.
It does.
They're the same person.
See, with Warrior dying and shit, I'm like, I wish Mendham was a heavy drug user, and B, a wrestler. He almost dead by now.
I'm pretty sure I've got the picture that proves that Ultimate Warrior is Gary.
Fucking. To be fair, Gary's kind of more like. You know what? To be fair, Gary is kind of more like fucking Bret Hart, you know, stroke victim who became a fucking shell of his former self.
I thought Bret Hart was always a humorless fuck.
He is.
You know what? You got me on that one, Caleb. You're right.
Degenerate, just idiotic personal behavior. Your own messed up life and the pitiful adult example that you set give young people ideas and excuses that they can live undisciplined and unprincipled lives without any.
Not really. Hulk Hogan's image is actually quite the opposite of that. What he does in his personal life, yeah, maybe you can say something about that. But his Hulk Hogan image has always been fairly John Cena-esque, positive.
Wait,
and
I just
dedicated.
want to point out something here. Ultimate Warrior from the year 2012 was blaming Hulk Hogan for why kids were the way they were. In 2000, like the fuckings in 2012 weren't even fucking born when Hulk Hogan was fucking relevant. Nevertheless, fucking popular.
Not only that, but you can argue that the Ultimate Warrior presented a much less mature and responsible character, and that he basically was just about running around doing whatever the fuck he wanted to and screaming like a fucking idiot.
We're forgetting one key thing.
Yes, what's that, Liam?
Hulk Hogan did 9/11.
Oh, that's true. I'm a real American.
To be fair, we have enough photo evidence to be like the entire roster of the WWF from the years 1985 to 1999 did it.
Why don't you try?
I love the fucking Stone Cold one doing this stunner because that one just amazes me.
And then he just gets the double. Then he just like throws both of his middle fingers up.
Middle fingers.
Yeah, at the fucking building as they blow up, and then Chris Benoit.
Yeah, the
like
Benoit one is great too. Chris Jericho behind the walls of Jericho.
I'm gonna turn up just a little bit because I think it's a little too low. This is literally the exact same. You could probably like copy and paste this. You could probably copy and paste the moment where he calls like Hulk Hogan immature and just spread it throughout this entire video, and it would just mean the same shit.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like somebody made a shorter version of this video that's literally just 7 minutes long.
That story up, you made that lie up so you can make yourself look good and get the media's attention. I mean, by your own account, man. Just recently reconnected with a friend you hadn't spoken to in 10 years.
Oh, here it is, Macho Man.
10 years there was silence between you and Ray.
That's the other thing to note about this video, folks, is that Warrior did this video, I think, a month after Macho Man had died.
What's wrong with you, man?
And then he's like, "How dare you shit on Macho Man's legacy?" Which is funny because you shit on Macho Man's legacy yourself, Warrior.
You in your life.
I'm the Ultimate Warrior. I'm kind of a hypocrite and a douchebag, but you know, shit
To
happens.
alleviate the heat, some of the heat from that, you're going to say, well, Randy had his accident. I sat down to do the interview. That makes you even more of a scumbag. I mean, you hadn't talked to your friend in 10 years. You put on this face like you're glad to reconnect. You're glad you got your friend back in your life, and then you go on there and you sit down and you make a...
Could you ever see the Ultimate Warrior and like Hulk Hogan as friends? That to me is just hilarious. The idea of that.
I mean, by your own words, it's some events that have happened since Randy's passing. The words that you used and the stories you told, they prove that you didn't reconnect with Randy. Crossed paths with him about a year ago in a hospital and had a few words with him. He invited you to a barbecue, maybe a step toward reconnecting, but you bashed him and mocked him in another one of those Hulk and Friend, silly-ass Hulk and Friend tour things that you did. You mocked him and ridiculed him for inviting you to a barbecue.
Yeah, that's where he was doing like Hulk Hogan was doing like putting in kind of Q&A stage show type shit.
You know, you bash him in that sit-down interview that he's a hermit, that he stayed out of the public eye. You know that he took care of his dad for the last 3 or 4 years of his life, man?
Why are you such a hermit, Randy? You should be like Macho. You should be like me. Hulk Hogan.
Randy was probably at the hospital doing charity work. Heard that you were there. Instead of being a coward and running the opposite direction.
Or conversely, Randy might have been looking for more fucking young pussy to fuck.
Yeah.
If the rumors are true.
You laugh and giggle and
Randy's too busy. Randy's on the prowl for pussy, man.
Let me be clear. Randy was a man. He got over his marriage or the marriage that he had with Elizabeth.
You know why fucking Ultimate Warrior probably likes Randy here is because he's like, Randy fucked Vince's daughter.
His life,
my revenge.
was all there. His whole heart was there. There's no question about that. And a lot of people are talking about Randy being married to Elizabeth, that he's going to meet Elizabeth. Yeah, that's like background noise that people are going to make because of what they remember from those times. But Randy's entire soul, mind, and heart was in the woman that he had chosen to be his wife now. Not then, and Elizabeth. But you make fun of the whole thing. I was there, Terry, I know.
I know,
Yeah,
basically, to the fallout of
Ultimate Warrior said,
on the road,
in no uncertain terms, that Miss Elizabeth is in heaven.
Or something like that.
Basically, like, we know that Miss Elizabeth is a whore, so she's there in whore land with the rest of the whore.
Fucking that sodomite Lex Luger.
Elizabeth had
Fuck you, Lex Luger! God, Lex Luger was an ugly motherfucker.
He was.
Who were you and Linda to think you were the capable counselors of setting everything afire? If they had problems in their marriage, let them arise on their own. There was no reason for you to stick their nose in their business. You did it because...
Did you just say stick their nose in their business?
I have stories
Yes.
about how people receive things. That's how the game works.
People receive things. I don't even know what that means. People receive things all the time.
You taught him or he taught you.
Blathering idiots. You blathering idiot.
Part of this strategy back then was to
It's
make
like how
sure
people receive things through the mail system. The United States Government Postal Service.
constant chaos and keep them on the road.
I despise the governmental postal system. Damn it.
I mean, you sit there and you smirk that Randy was protective of his wife in the wrestling business backstage. I mean, the backstage environment is like a zoo. Hallways are set up as dressing rooms. You see guys half undressed, totally undressed, going to the shower in a towel, or still in their underwear or their trunks.
I bet Randy was just so, like, sexually aroused by that, he probably cried himself to sleep, like, every night.
Wait, Randy or Warrior?
I'm sorry, Warrior.
Randy was too busy fucking Stephanie
with greater tendency
to notice all the fucking dongs.
promiscuity, and even sexual perversion. But you think it's all funny?
Think it's a little funny?
That Randy behaved the way that he did, that he was protective of the wife that he loved? Well, of course you would.
I bet he was, like, dunking.
With other guys. I guess by your standard, you think that Elizabeth ended up better off, right?
Is this before or after she, like, coked out and died?
And popping pills for breakfast sitting across from Luther, who's eating his own full of steroids and other gimmicks. That was a better life. I mean, she's a literal skeleton in the ground now, but that's all the better for you because that's one less skeleton that come out of your closet. Right, Terry? You ended up sleeping with one of your daughter's friends.
Go Hogan.
Wife, I guess, you know, that was one of those thrills on the side that Linda just couldn't handle. Your wife, she ends up betting the 17-year-old classmate of your daughter, guy went to school with your daughter, who weirdly looks like a young version of you. And you end up marrying a girl who either looks like Linda when she was young or looks like Brooke now.
I like how he implies that
Hogan's like a pet of like
a lot of things in the
fucking his
fair.
daughter.
You've done the exact same. Well, I have.
I am, however, an angel.
It's just all too
Seriously, have you ever seen him touch his daughter's fucking legs? And
silliness.
he's fucking her.
It feels like butter. It's so silky smooth.
Seriously, you have some mental.
It's like fucking myself, brother, but in girl form.
Right in the head.
It's not incest if
It's wincest.
Oh yeah. Like apparently I became Macho Man there for a second.
I know.
I don't know why.
I mean, for the last 10 years, you have destroyed your life.
Again, I have to say, Warrior is not wrong about that. Hulk Hogan did
You have destroyed
spend
the
the
lives
last
of those
10
you
years
love.
destroying his life, so there you go.
Just look at your kids, man. I mean, they're of legal age right now, right? You spent all these years making up lies about me. I guess it's okay if I point out some of the truths about them. Your daughter, Brooke.
So, Liam, how are you liking this? This voice from beyond the dead.
Oh!
Well, I've seen it before, so I'm just
Entertainment buddies and friends.
popping in with the occasional factual interlude.
Tried to buy other favors on the
Like-
side so you could just gift wrap success and just hand it to
And
her with
finding
a
more
wrap
pictures that I made of Gary as wrestlers.
Instead of doing the right thing as a parent and teaching her the value of hard work.
Oh yeah, it's what it says.
You should do one of fucking Gary's dying.
Oh shit! I forgot. I linked a friend of mine to fucking. I forgot I linked my friend to this stream. He just say LOL. It's Wincest.
Yeah, brother, let me tell you something. There's nothing better than plopping your dick into some farm-raised pussy that you've molded yourself by hand. It is the best thing ever, brother, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah. Gonna go down.
Eat your vitamins, say your prayers, drink your milk, and fuck your daughter, brother.
Gonna fuck my boss's 16-year-old daughter. Yeah. Gonna dunk her. Yeah. Gonna dock with her brother too.
Next night it's louder. That cat is totally lost.
Is it over? Oh.
All the way over.
Hell no, that's like over 20 minutes left. Just like, oh yeah, Matt, we also got a request from a friend. Hold on, let me like his, what he said in the Google Hangout here.
Got around. Got away from your Twitter page and stuff.
He said in the Google chat.
Got out to see him do his thing. Go to Egypt.
Yes.
Alright. Oh yeah, brother.
Oh yeah, brother, let me tell you something.
About that, Jerry.
I fucked Brooke, and I'm not ashamed.
When I go down on my daughter, I like to give
My
her
daughter, brother, she's built like a brick shithouse and fucks like a Parisian whore.
like a Parisian whore. That's fucking amazing. Oh my god.
And we're supposed to be surprised that you didn't know he was a decent DJ.
Like a Parisian
Is
whore.
this idiot still blathering on, brother? I can't believe it. Should you be dead?
This is the ultimate warrior from beyond the grave, and I'm fucking Randy Savage.
Let me tell you something, brother. I'm so glad this idiot's dead now, and bury the hatchet with me, brother, because now he can't say anything bad about Hulkamania will live forever, brother.
Man, like,
You know what the secret to doing a perfect Hulk Hogan in person? Well, at least a good one is I found is hand movements. You gotta go to the right, brother, and then you gotta go to the left, brother, and then you gotta go down the middle, brother.
oh yeah.
Cause like every time I do a Hogan impersonation, I literally wave my arms around like a fucking idiot.
Oh my god, we should go.
AKA like Hulk Hogan.
We should totally do Macho Man and Hulk Hogan and be like, oh yeah, gonna go down on Brooke with Hogan, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, let me tell you something, brother. There's nothing better than double teaming your daughter with one of your best frenemies.
Oh yeah. When I put my dick in, she's gonna be like, wow, your semen tastes like candy.
I just love how this has just devolved into ultimate. The fucking Hulk Hogan is a fucking pedophile, brother.
He's just so sugary sweet. He's just like candy. Who makes YouTube videos?
What else is strong, Terry?
I don't even know what the hell's going on in the fucking video anymore.
Let's listen in for a bit.
Some hellish place that people can't even. That's the kind of karma you have.
Oh shit, it's Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Oh, I think he's talking about fucking Hogan's son fucking putting his friend in a coma.
Yeah.
Whoever was charged with producing that show made an executive decision. Out of all the stuff that you said, and I'm sure you said more than what was put on film and what people saw on TV, they cut a bunch of stuff out. They had to, because that's just the way it works. Somebody made an executive decision to use the 20-second clip where you say Ultimate Warrior was given a bullet to kill Hulkamania. I mean, people that do these things just don't throw darts or shit at the wall.
Well, technically, you were given a bullet to kill Hulkamania. Because you were put over Hulk Hogan.
This is why Ultimate Warrior fails at this, because if he wasn't such a fucking, for the last couple of years, so hateful of fucking WWE and all the shit they did, he'd see that for the most part since 2005 they have just thrown shit at a wall to be like, how else Great Khali get in and get the fucking world belt if they weren't just throwing fucking darts at a board?
Wait, so he's hateful of WWE, but he's wait, I think you fucked up the point you were trying to make. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
No, Ultimate Warrior was saying there that WWE, because in the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior, Hogan talks about how Warrior was given a bullet to destroy Hulkamania, and he fucked it up. And Ultimate Warrior was like, they don't give people chances like that because they're just fucking there.
Another mistake that you
Yeah, they do give people chances like that.
Yeah, I'm not saying Ultimate Warrior is fucking founded here, but that's what he was saying. And I'm saying, Warrior, have you not? Well, I know Warrior didn't watch the last fucking 8 fucking years of WWE to fucking know that. Yes, they have been just throwing fucking darts at a wall.
I wonder if I've always thought Warrior just rewatched old tapes of himself and just mimicked everything he did. Like, when you're in hell and you're swimming in the lava, you're gonna become a warrior because warriors are born of fire and steel, or whatever the fuck it is he normally says when he starts ranting. Alright, I turned it down a little bit too.
Did Warrior.
Did.
That may totally be a song. Tor Jim needs to get on that.
Jeff,
Warriors, warriors,
It's if it's like row your boat where one of us starts. And then, like how we were doing it just there. I was
Alright, Jeff. I'm going to strip, pick clips out of this anyway and upload them in future videos. So I'll send you a clip of us basically mocking.
The whole Hogan shit can be its own video.
About all of this.
What is this fucking moron even talking about now?
I don't even know anymore. We've not talked about anything relating to this. We've basically just mocked the Ultimate Warrior for the most part.
Well, to be fair, for the most part, we've mocked fucking Hulk Hogan. To be fair, I'll be honest, this is the greatest fucking tribute we could ever do to Warrior. We've been just shitting on fucking Hulk Hogan, calling him a fucking daughter fucker.
And people he likes.
See if you help me as we
And I haven't even given any bad news yet.
What's your bad news, Liam?
I don't know. I haven't got any. That's how amazing it is.
I tracked down where
The
you
amazing news is I have no bad news.
He tracked down something. I know.
Do you want me to go and find some bad news?
Deposition.
Yes.
Linda was out in the yard doing something, and she was more than happy to tell us where you were.
Is he like stalking Hulk Hogan? Is that what he just admitted to doing?
You said that
Yes.
under oath.
That's fucking creepy. Like, really? Like, that's not even. That's just
Basically, well,
really
to be
fucking
fair,
creepy.
he kind of had a purpose to stalk him because this was during his whole lawsuit after the whole
Figuring out what to do,
self-destruction of the
because
Ultimate Warrior shit.
We're gonna go out to the ring. You're gonna take me in the broom closet, straighten me out the old way.
A lot of people wanted to take you to a broom closet and straighten you out the old way.
Under oath, watching.
Mostly because you walked out on Vince during WrestleMania.
You said you had no idea.
Sergeant Slaughter.
You couldn't remember anything.
He's one who wanted to fight. Well, I think Sergeant Slaughter is the one he talks about in here, if I remember.
What was it, 2008, 2009, 4 years after the DVD came out? But in 2005, when you sat down to shoot the DVD, I remember everything from 14 years back to 1991.
He is so bitter.
He is. And like, look, this is 2 years ago, and like, this year he's still fucking bitter. He was still bitter about
And
it.
he just randomly attacks people he doesn't even associate with, like, BP.
Sitting in a room in your
You know what pisses me fucking off about this shit now? Now the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior will never be on the WWE Network.
Yeah, which pisses me off.
Because this selfish fucking cocksucker decided to have either a massive stroke or a fucking heart attack fucking 3 days after being inducted into the Hall of Fame. What a fucking ass. Hate him.
Especially so because you weren't very.
And there you go. I've done a fucking
Like-
Brock Lesnar fucking heel turn right there, folks.
I mean, I really want the destruction of the Ultimate Warrior on the network because that was a really fucking good DVD. I mean, oh my fucking god, man! They shit all over him as a person.
Never off the work.
It was fucking amazing.
I mean, everybody who knows you knows that you don't have the courage to stick a gun in your mouth, let alone put a bullet in your head.
Did you hear that?
There's Ultimate Warrior telling Hulk Hogan he should kill himself.
There's nothing honorable, even if the story was true.
And that he's too much of a pussy to kill himself.
A man who sits.
I like how Kayla's is just like, what?
I am so into this, just shoot.
Real men don't do that, Terry.
Real men kill themselves. They don't pussyfoot around about
I
it.
guess the other thing that come out of that bullet reference is that if I had been smart enough or shrewd enough,
Just shoot yourself in the
enough,
goddamn head already, Hulk.
backstabbing enough, calculated enough to use that bullet effectively, kill Hulkamania, then I'd be in your shoes right now, right? I'd be where you are. That's a great life that you have.
The great life.
That's something to admire.
As opposed to you living in like a modest fucking shack with your homely fucking daughters.
Just a pitiful, absolute wreck of a man. Let me tell you something, Terry Bollea.
Which is funny because I don't think Bischoff is living a pretty shitty life, is he?
Miserable way.
He actually got, when he got his money, he actually did something smart with it.
I love what Zeus Thunderbolt said. To catch a real American with the Ultimate Warrior.
You are a man who would sell what tiny bit of your
That's something
left.
I'm surprised they haven't done more. Well, at least like a little thing with fucking Zeb Coulter and Hulk Hogan. Since, you know, Hulk Hogan is a real American and all that fucking shit.
Yeah, it's weird that they haven't had him confront the real
I'm
Americans.
glad they haven't fucking done it because, you know, the less fucking Hulk is better.
You said that he wasn't worthy enough.
Well, he could cause them to have a face change.
Trying to say, right? That's what was
I mean, there's no point now. Cesaro's a Paul Heyman guy. Fuck Jack Swagger.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck about Swagger, do they?
Yeah. People probably still like Dutch though, because he's like your crazy racist
Like,
uncle.
his fucking beard looks as if it has tentacles that will, like, crush you and shit. Like, he has fucking tentacles for a beard, man.
The saddest part about it all, Terry, is that nobody wanted you to end up with the screwed up life that you now have.
You did!
I don't remember anybody ever saying that that's what they thought in their mind or heart for you, that you would end up with a screwed up life. I never thought that. Everybody was okay with you being the leader. Everybody was okay that you got the biggest piece of the success pie, that you got the greatest experiences.
You weren't, because you would bitch about it in interviews, you psychotic nutcase. What the fuck?
And to be fair, everybody else wasn't either, because everybody else from that time bitches about that.
Was that down the road,
like, no one wanted him to fucking be that successful.
A better, mature man.
Maybe at first they did, because it's like, hey, he's successful, we're all doing good, but then,
it's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, by like 1990, it got to the fucking point where it's like, ugh.
Opportunities truly become wise. Most people are so busy dealing with the trivial challenges in their life, paying the bills, keeping control of the kids, keeping the house clean,
slapping the kids around.
They don't get
your Hulk Hogan, growing your growing potential fuck buddies.
Hulk Hogan's daughters are like breeding stock for him.
Yeah.
Among all the 6 billion other human beings. Get a little introspective, get a little philosophical about what it is.
To fuck your daughter?
As I will say this, fucking...
What's that?
At least Ultimate Warrior... Well, no, never mind, because Ultimate Warrior put on that vinyl fucking warrior mask during fucking his last appearance on fucking Raw. His last appearance fucking anywhere. Because, like, I finally figured out what's wrong with Hulk Hogan's hair. I finally figured it out. He's wearing a Hulk Hogan costume.
Young guy with great raw talent. Someone who used to...
Because have you ever seen a Hulk Hogan costume? Because Hulk Hogan costumes come with a bandana with hair in the back of it.
You think he was wearing, like, a bandana with hair on it?
Yeah, seriously. Look at Hulk Hogan's hair. It's too perfect. It's too perfectly fucking cut.
Yeah, he's probably wearing a wig, yeah.
He's not even wearing a full wig, because everybody knows he's been bald for fucking since 1984.
How much negativity you've spread.
He's wearing fucking like a quarter of a wig.
Person you truly are.
I'd love to be inspired too, Matt.
But he did.
Nobody did.
That's why I felt like I needed to say the things that are on my mind and on the minds of millions.
No, I figured out why Ultimate Warrior died.
Of a broken heart?
No, well, it's kind of related to his heart, because since he stopped hating everybody, hate was keeping him alive.
He didn't stop hating anyone, though. He hates everybody.
With freaking men.
Not anymore. He's fucking dead.
Yes.
The
dead don't hate. Or do anything
dead
else.
can't hate. Like, dead can't be. Yeah, the only thing he's gonna be in the future is worm shit.
Warrior's final destiny isn't heaven or hell. It's worm shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be worm farts.
My friend Jeff was like, I thought Warrior was gonna wrap this up like 80 hours ago.
Yeah, he was, but then he remembered, like, oh yeah, I fucking hate Hulk Hogan.
I have to tell everybody how much I hate Hulk Hogan. That fuck.
Success in their own right. And go fucking home. Go home.
I'd say the same to you, Warrior, but you're dead.
needs to create and develop something that counters the silliness and the superficialness and the negativity that you just.
So I have to ask you guys, on a scale from 1 to death threat, how much do you think this is going to piss off people?
I'm going to take that bullet I found, Terry.
There's always room for improvement.
And the rust off of it. I'm going to polish it up. I'm putting a call out right now to all the Ultimate Warrior fans all over the world.
Oh my God, he's going to call upon the power of the Ultimate Warriors
to get behind a movement that is positive and inspiring. Men and women who desire to be the best of the potential they have.
You heard it here, folks. Ultimate Warrior takes credit for the Yes Movement.
Ultimate Warrior, founder of the Yes Movement. Yes.
Yes. All those other warriors enlisted to help me load that bullet up into the chamber.
Too bad they didn't help you, like,
shoulder the weapon.
Take care of yourself so you wouldn't, I don't know, die. Ow!
This, Terry, is how karma.
Warriors.
Oh, no. So, how was that, everybody? How's the Ultimate Warriors rant about something?
Sorry, I'm chewing on a pretzel.
How's the pretzel?
It's pretty good. So yeah, Warrior. What a fucking crazy son of a bitch he was.
He
now
was.
He's dead.
And now we laugh. LOL! That Warrior's dead. That was funny. That made my day, actually. That made my day. Warrior's death makes me happy.
So, Leo, you have any final thoughts?
No idea.
Okay, there we go. So,
I can't log into X.
I think with the utmost sincerity, I can honestly say, at least from the D-bags, Ultimate Warrior will miss.
I am saddened more by the fact that I can't log into X Hentai than the fact that Warrior is dead. Like, seriously. That is what upsets me. Like,